YouTube just dropped the biggest algorithm change in years, and they call it hype. What type of creators will become completely unstoppable with this update? What is the secret formula behind this week's most hyped videos? And why does it have nothing to do with what normally goes viral? I'm Jordan, I've uploaded over 400 videos, this is one of them, made over $5 million in revenue, and I've been studying the algorithm since I started in 2012. Let me explain. Viewers can now hype up to 3 videos per week, but only for channels between 500 and 500,000 subscribers, and only for videos uploaded in the last 7 days. So for those of you who are not a YouTube partner yet, let's create a support group in the comment section. And what I mean by this is right now you can get more subscribers and views by going into the comment section and sharing who you are, what your channel is about, so people know why to subscribe to you. But it's important that you never subscribe to someone's channel if you don't intend to watch or support them, because unsubscribing the next day can hurt their channel. Now back to the big algorithm change. When your video gets hyped, it earns points. The more points, the higher you climb on the country-specific leaderboard. And YouTube shows the top 100 hyped videos each week. But here is where it gets interesting. Smaller channels get a bonus multiplier. So if you have 500 subscribers and get hyped, you earn 7,500 points. Whereas if you have 500,000 subscribers, you only get 50 points. YouTube calls this balancing the playing field. But there is a massive catch to this. You need to be in the YouTube Partner Program, in at least the lowest variant. That means 500 subscribers minimum, 3 uploads in the last 90 days, plus 3,000 watch hours in the last 12 months, or 3 million short views in the last 90 days. So the creators struggling to get their first 500 subs, or 3,000 watch hours, which is often far more difficult, they're completely shut out. But then one of the most important questions: what content actually gets hyped? Let me say that again. What content actually gets hyped? Or more practical, what content actually got hyped during the 1-year beta? Well, take a look at this top 5 from this current week. First, you see a cooking outside in the wilderness video. Also this video that I can't explain what it is. I've watched it, but it's like for children, it's a song, I don't know. Or this one, which I actually watched as well. This video on YouTube's age verification update. Basically gathering people also in the comments. Kind of a community video. But also this apparently funny noodle challenge. And I say apparently funny because that's what I make up from these comments in the video. And then also this Reddit community build game that took a lot of months and effort to make. Plus the creator of this video also gives the game away for free. So then Jordan, is there a pattern amongst all of these 5 type videos? Well, it's difficult to say, but if I can say one, it may be this: community focused content, and not, for example, educational videos or tutorials. I mean, do you see them? Instead, content that makes people feel something authentic. That's what I've noticed. Actually, that they want to support the creator. They have almost like a personal connection with the person. So if you're making dry how-to content, the hype probably won't help much. So maybe even for these type of videos, it won't help much. But if you're building community around your personality or entertainment, this could be massive. Because one of the great examples that I could see getting a lot of hype are vloggers. More on this later. Now with that being said, here's how I suspect that all of this affects the normal algorithm behind the scenes. So YouTube's algorithm tracks engagement sequences. This is based on my research, what I have found. What is an engagement sequence? Well, it's for example your last 50 videos watched or your last 1,000 videos liked. And when your video gets hyped, you now land in their sequence called last 50 hyped videos, which likely also improves your algorithm score and gets you recommended more in the normal algorithm. Now you could also see higher click-through rates if YouTube decides to also show the hype badge or some variant on the homepage next to your videos. So hype videos probably do give you an indirect boost in the normal algorithm as well, not just in this hype tab. But there is a timing element that you need to hear, because the hype window is only 7 days and hypes reset weekly on Monday. So if you upload Monday morning in your country's time zone, you get a full week of hype potential right after the reset, right? So therefore your audience has fresh hypes to spend and you're competing with fewer uploads, of course. The same way you can also upload on Sunday evening for the opposite reason, because people might have unused hypes that they are reminded to or they actually want to spend before their weekly reset. That being said though, uploading a video on Monday mornings from now on is actually something I consider and maybe the smartest move. But first, here's some psychology of why I suspect a lot of people actually will start to hype videos. I mean, it's a new feature and this hype thing, YouTube will push it, but will people actually use it? Well, hype, I think, taps into something deeper than just likes and comments. It seems more around ownership, because when you hype a video, you're saying or you're feeling, I helped this creator being more successful. And you probably also get notifications when the video that you hyped climbs in the leaderboard. And there is artificial scarcity built in, because only 3 hypes per week makes of course each one more precious. So people won't waste hypes on mediocre content, which is why I think this specific hype category will be created, with a lot of videos in them being quite different from what normally gets really pushed by the algorithm. This of course favors channels with true fans over channels with casual viewers. For example, vloggers, as I mentioned before, or gaming personalities, very niched communities. They or probably will be dominating the hype tab. But this is more interesting. Here's another hype leaderboard, but what it's not on there are business advice videos or how-to content or AI faceless content. I mean, the stuff that usually performs really well in the algorithm isn't getting hyped, as you can see. This is still very early results, but I suspect that hype rewards emotional connection, not just informational value. People seem to hype content that makes them feel part of something. This is what I think to be true. And this video is a great example of that. So not content that teaches them something. But what if you are under 500 subscribers and can't access this whole hype new algorithm thing at all? Well, first focus on hitting, of course, the YouTube Partner Program requirements. I mean, it only takes 500 subscribers, which is not that difficult. The 3,000 watch hours is more difficult. I have other videos around that, how to get there faster. Or 3 million short views. But most important, study what content gets hyped. I mean, when you are able to get into the leaderboard, you can already study what's working. This is so important because you can start to reverse engineer what you can do right now to become a channel, a person that people really like or trust or value. Because there's something unique I have found in watching the top 5 of these leaderboards, of 2 leaderboards, so I watch around 10 videos. There is something unique around these videos. They are there for a reason, and finding out that reason can definitely bring you low-hanging fruits. Give you certain things that you can now include in your videos or make changes in your content strategy. So I will use this hype tab a lot to find out what I can improve, and I recommend you do the same. That said, if you already have the feature, here's what you can actually do after today, after this update launched. If you're eligible for hype, then it will be turned on automatically. You don't have to do anything. And what I recommend is asking viewers to hype your video, asking it in the video, especially during a peak moment in your video. For example, the funniest part, or the moment right after you showed something novel, something completely new, or the moment you gave away something for free. I don't know, the big part of your video. Try to predict this and then ask people right after it to hype your video. But I also recommend uploading videos on Mondays from now on, at least when you can, because of course, as I mentioned, all of the users then get their hypes reset. And then also to join the support groups in the comments, so you can grow your channel faster, get monetized with the same people. But then what if you finally get monetized like me, and then YouTube terminates your channel? Well, that happened to me. It was one of the worst days in my life. And since then, I learned 10 things you should never ever do on YouTube. And I share them in this video. Watch it over here. It's honestly one of my best videos. See you there. Talk soon.